Hi, welcome to class again. We're starting today's class in downward facing dog. It is another 30-minute segment. You can never fit an hour and a half class in 30 minutes, but we're going to be as comprehensive as we can. So there's going to be pretty quick entrance and exit to this class. So in downward facing dog, just let your eyes close. Let your face relax and start to ignite those internal engines and breathe. So right away, awakening Ujjayi Pranayam or ocean sounding breath. Right, so just a quick review here of down dog. Your palms are flat, your fingers maybe turn slightly out to the side. You want to feel a spiral of your forearms in. So you're rooting the inner palm and a spiral of your shoulders out. And just feel those shoulder blades plug in, draw away from the spine, and then up the back. So you're really keeping your shoulders out of your ears. Right, so holding on to that effect. Shift forward to plank and pause. Shoulders right over your wrists, your forearms in a vertical position. Now tail is long and soft. This is so important. Lift your right leg up behind you, inch, 3 inches, whatever it is. You don't want to arch into your low back. Now keeping this plank, take an inhale. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest. Arms are strong. Holding the plank. Inhale, leg goes back. Exhale, knee to your chest. Again, inhale, leg goes back. Exhale, knee to your chest. That fire is building. Last one, leg back. Inhale, knee to your chest. Step that foot between your hands. Step left foot up to right. Inhale, flat back, heart out of your hips. Exhale, forward fold. From your feet, inhale, fly to standing, reach up out of your waist. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms up, soften the tail towards the heels. Dive it out as you exhale. Inhale, halfway up, heart out of your hips. Listen, step to plank and hold upper push-up. So again, your tail is long and it's soft. Lift your left leg up behind you, but make sure, like your down dog, those shoulder blades stay plugged in. Now take an inhale. Exhale, knee to your chest. Hold the plank, leg back. Inhale. Exhale, knee to your chest. Leg back, inhale, reset. Knee to your chest, one more coming. Leg back, inhale, knee to your chest, feeling your core. Step that foot through, step right foot up to left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Big inhale, fly to standing, reach feet through fingertips. Hands to heart, pull that energy down. Inhale, sweep it up, fill your lungs, you're gathering. Dive it out as you exhale. Inhale, halfway up, so keep this length in your front spine. Step to plank, and once again, pause. So your heart center is reaching through the gateway of your arms, lower down into a forearm plank. So a lot of heat-inducing postures here. So as you, same thing, lengthen and soften your tail, draw your pubis towards your navel, and that's going to lift your navel up into your lumbar spine. I certainly at this point hope that you are breathing. So shoulder blades are plugging in and spreading away from the spine. 5. The cranium's reaching out of your neck. 4. The eyes and the throat are soft. Now stable through the midsection of your body. Press back up to a straight arm plank. Listen carefully. Top of this push-up. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower down slow, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Wrap those shoulders back. Lovely. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up behind you. So from the down dog position, externally rotate that hip. Bend your knee, point your toes, and just enjoy the stretch. So your arms are strong. You're going with gravity a little bit without twisting your shoulders. You want to keep them level. Nice adjustment for 3. Left heel melting down into the mat. All right, so you guys, so extend that right leg, come back to neutral hips, keeping that leg up. Come forward to plank. So your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. You have a softness in your elbows. Take an inhale. Exhale, knee to your right tricep. So changing it up a little bit. Hold the plank. Leg back. Inhale. To your left elbow, which you may or may not touch. Leg back. Inhale. We're going to do it again. Right tricep. Leg back. Inhale. Stay in it. To your left elbow. Leg back, inhale, knee to your chest, step that foot through, standing split, launch your left leg up towards the sky. So as that leg goes up, release your head down, crown of the head pointing towards the floor, belly floating up. Now strong standing leg, long left leg, to whatever degree, lifting up higher. One more inhale, feet come together. Inhale, flat back, decompress, forward fold. Bend your knees deeply, drop your hips down. Inhale, Utkatasana. I believe we have some good heat going on here. So you have about 80% of your weight in your heels. If you chose to, you could easily peel your toes off the mat. That belly's lifting off of the tops of your thighs. Now this is it. As you squat down deeper, seeking out that edge, reach higher. Last inhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, vinyasa. Fantastic breath, you guys. Downward facing dog. Lift that left leg up behind you. So reach towards the back of the room and then externally rotate the hip. Bend your knee, point your toes without settling into either shoulder. So to feel that you're pressing up out of the floor, you're lengthening all four corners of your waist. 3. Notice your lips and your jaw remain soft. So go ahead and extend that leg, neutralize your hips. And then shift forward to plank, lengthening through your front spine. Take an inhale, knee to your left tricep. Leg back, inhale, holding that plank is tough. Knee to your right elbow, exhale. Leg back, inhale, one more round. Left tricep, exhale. Leg back, inhale. Right elbow, then we're moving on. Leg back, inhale, you're still in plank. Knee to your chest. Step that foot through. Right foot up to left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees deeply. Drop your hips down. Inhale, Utkatasana. So you want to soften your tail so you just have a natural curve in your lumbar spine. Your tail softening, that belly's lifting up. Fantastic adjustment. Bring your hands into prayer. Hook left tricep to the outside of your right knee. Let's start to twist things up a bit. So feel your front spine reaching through the gateway of your arms and your collarbones expanding away from your sternum. Now keeping those knees bent, come back to chair pose, arms reaching up towards the sky. You're still down low. Bring your hands into prayer, twist right tricep or right elbow to the outside of your left knee. And use the pressure between your palms to open your chest up. Feel some cobra. Right, so hips reaching behind you, heart extending forward. Come back to that chair pose. Now this is it. As you squat down deeper from your waist, reach up higher. Last inhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, vinyasa. Let that flow. Lovely. The breath really is fantastic. So this is going to come as a welcome relief here. Lift your right leg up behind you. So same thing we've been doing, but this is our point of return instead of holding the plank. Take an inhale. Bring your knee to your chest. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Arms are driving strong. Leg back, inhale to your right tricep. So finding that hook, feeling that oblique. Leg back, full inhale, last thing. Knee to your left elbow, keeping those palms rooted. Leg back, full inhale. Quietly step that foot between your hands, but stay on your left toe. So you're in a high lunge. Pull your front spine long. Thread your arms down your ribs so you have an aerodynamic shape. You want your front spine as long as your back spine. So there's a little bit of a back bend, a micro back bend. Tail is softening down, that low belly is lifting up. Now subterranean, shifting your weight into your right foot, step into warrior 3. So whatever you want to do with your arms, they could be out to the side. Just make sure your hands are a little higher than your shoulders. They could be like Mary here, clasped behind the back, or not. Breathing, 3. You want to zip up from the inside of your right foot all the way to your groin. Now you guys, continuing the float. Ardha Chandrasana, right fingertips, one foot in front of your toes. Left arm, it doesn't lift, it floats up towards the sky. Now dorsal flex that left ankle, get some activity there. 4. So if you want a challenge, if that's appropriate, you can levitate your right hand. 3. Or maybe even gaze up towards the sky or do both. 2. Now radiating open from your midline. This is it. Take one more inhale. Left hand to the floor, but keep that leg reaching back. So now those toes are pointing straight down. Lengthening your heart. Pavrita Ardha Chandrasana. Lean some weight into your left fingertips. Revolve your right arm towards the sky. So lengthen out through your front spine. You're going to feel a little bit of a back bend here. 4. But keep the activity in that left leg reaching back. 3. Now, if available, turn your gaze up towards the sky. Now, deepening that twist through the rotation of your ribs. Last inhale, just your right hand lightly to the floor. With that, release your head. Now, briefly, take this extended left leg. Lift it higher up. One inhale, feet together. Inhale, flat back, step to plank and pause in upper push-up. Slide your legs together. I realized I forgot standing split earlier on, so we'll make that up, you guys. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot here. Vashisthasana, reach your left arm towards the sky. So if the full Monty is not happening for you today, you can do like Shauna and put your knee on the mat. Regardless, however, bring your hips in towards the center line. Your navel is kissing the spine. And then go for it. Reach that left arm out over your ear. Shine that palm towards the floor and breathe. So make sure that those shoulder blades are plugged in. You're stabilized, especially through that right arm for 3. Fingers energetically touch the front wall. 2. Arm back up. Inhale, plank. Top of the push-up. Take a big fat inhale. Exhale, lower slow. Inhale, sail up through your spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, so take your left hand and fold it behind your back as if you're trying to scratch an itch up in between your shoulder blades. And don't worry about jamming your hand up there, just kind of where it naturally lands, then just a little adjustment from there. So your right arm is strong, that shoulder blade is solid, it's plugged in. Now just being playful about this, float your right leg up behind you and just see if you can find some balance. For 5, it's very helpful, if not critical, to find a place to commit your gaze. 3. Now, lips and jaw are soft. Put your left hand back down on the floor. Keep your leg airborne. So leg is up. Take an inhale. Bring your knee to your chest. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Pause. Leg back. Inhale. Now, knee to your right tricep. So holding this plank. Take that knee to your left elbow. Try to touch. Hold. Come back to your right tricep and hold for 3. Lift up. Find that edge. 2. Leg back. Inhale. Quietly step that foot between your hands. Standing split. Launch your left leg up towards the sky. So last part for the right side here. So this time, option to hook one or both arms behind that lower leg. So whatever facilitates this best for you. Now, standing leg is strong. You want to reach through the ball of your left foot so you have some space, like Angela, between your toes so they're not bunched up together. Now, from your left seat, lift up to meet that edge. Last inhale, feet together. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and separate your feet as wide as you need to sit down and take a brief rest in a squat. So as you bring your palms together, broaden your collarbones. Lift your chest up, soften your chin down. So a little Jalandhara Bandha, back of the neck is long. So rich, resonant Ujjayi pranayama. So bright in your heart, deeply relaxed in your face. Take one more inhale. Hands to the floor. Exhale, press your legs straight. Turn your toes forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen out. Step or jump, vinyasa. All right, so where were we? Lift your left leg up behind you. So again, just a reminder, this is our point of return. Take an inhale. Bring your knee first to your chest. Stack your shoulders right over your wrists. Really press the floor. Leg back. Inhale. Visiting that left tricep. Leg back. Inhale. To your right elbow. Leg back, full inhale. Use your core. Step that foot through. Stay in a high lunge. You're on the ball of your right foot. Pull your front spine forward. Run your arms down your ribs. So there's no rounding in your back whatsoever. You're lengthening your chest. And the tail, it lengthens and softens down as the low belly floats up. Now shifting subterranean into your left foot, launch into your version of Warrior 3. So it's a slow push-up of that left leg straight. Just make sure that you remain grounded through all 4 corners of that foot. There might be a tendency a little bit to roll to the pinky edge. 4. Very intense posture. Find your breath. 3. Find that internal flow. Now continuing to float. Ardha Chandrasana, left fingertips to the floor, right arm straight up towards the sky. So if you're at home and you're using your left hand, like Mary here, to balance, that's fine. Just make sure there's very little weight. So that main weight bearing is your left leg. 4, keep that left hip hugging the center line. 3. Now still looking down or perhaps gazing up, expanding out of your midline. One more inhale. Right hand to the floor. Close that hip. Reach your chest out again. Reaffirm that length. Pavrita Ardha Chandrasana. Send your left arm up towards the sky. So sometimes if it feels like the floor is really far away, there's a tendency to collapse the chest. So reach your breastbone towards the front wall. Standing leg strong. Now, if it's appropriate, okay with your neck, turn your gaze up towards the sky. 3. And just isolating your ribs for that twist, finding your personal edge. One more inhale. Lovely. Left hand lightly to the floor. Keep your leg up. Release your head down. So this is a brief visit. Take that extended right leg. Lift it higher. One inhale. Feet come together. Inhale, flat back. Step to plank. So as you do, you keep this length in your front spine. So your heart center is extended. Slide your feet together. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot, Vashisthasana, right arm towards the sky. So you want to make sure that left scapula is not winging out. So it's hugging in towards the back body. So with that stabilize, a little softness in that elbow. Extend that right arm out over your ear. And just feel at the same time your tailbone reaching back towards your heels. Now breathe for 3. So this is upper body, but very much so it is a core posture. 2. Arm back up. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Gathering yourself. Full inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, coil it up. Wrap those shoulders. Downward facing dog. All right. So the last part, take your right hand and wrap it behind your back. And most importantly, bring your mind's eye into your left arm. So you do not in any way want to collapse that shoulder. So pressing out of the floor, plugging that shoulder blade in. Now, playfully, float your left leg up. So this is all internal energy. This is all bandhas. 4, make sure you're not stiffening your neck or your jaw. 3, soften your lips. You've got this. Now softly, right palm back down on the mat. Your leg is still airborne. Take an inhale. Bring your knee to your chest, shoulders over your wrists. Leg back, inhale. Now the real work. Knee to your left tricep. Pause, hold it. Take that knee to your right elbow. Hold it, try to touch that arm. Come back to your left tricep and let that cook for 3. Keep that breath coming. You've got this. 2. Leg back. Full inhale. Quietly step that foot between your hands. Last thing, standing split. Launch that right leg up towards the sky. Okay, so stretching and strengthening simultaneously. That's why we love yoga. So option to hook one or both arms behind your lower leg. From the power of your standing leg, you're pressing straight up out of the floor, really energize through that inner right leg. Now from that right seat, without forcing, lift up to kiss your edge. Last inhale, feet together. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. So let's go with this. Keeping your feet together. We're going to take a forward bend. Bend your knees enough where you can lay your torso right on top of your thighs, like you're snuggling yourself. And then take your hands, reach back, grab the backs of your ankles, and hook your elbows behind your calves, as if your elbows were trying to kiss one another. All right, so from this bent knee position, relax your neck. Slowly, to whatever degree, start to straighten your legs, which may not necessarily be all the way. So take your, instead of your shoulders, take your shoulder blades and slide them up the back towards your hips. 5. Just make sure the crown of the head is dripping straight down towards the floor. 3. Relax the effort. 2. Release your ankles. On an inhale, flat back, decompress, step to plank, and hold upper push-up position. So from this plank, lower down into a forearm plank. Yes, we are doing this again, but it's going to be different. So draw your pubis towards your navel, belly lifting up, and then fold your right forearm in. So those fingertips touch your inner left elbow, and then roll into a side plank. So you're on the razor edge of your right foot. So basically Vashisthasana, but on your forearm. So once again, plug that right shoulder blade in. Take your left hand, like Mary, to your hip and start to pulse your hips up, up, up. So working that waistline. 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, come back to the center. So both forearms down and just right away switch. Fold your left forearm in so it's parallel to the top of your mat. And as you roll to the side, just take your right hand directly to your hip. And just take a moment to stabilize those shoulder blades, plug them into the back body. And then start to pulse the hips up, up, breathing. 5, both ankles are flexed, looking good. 3, 2, and 1. Come back to both of your forearms now parallel to one another. Spread your fingers wide. This is it. So drawing the hip points forward. Lift that belly up. 7. Broaden those shoulder blades and reach your cranium out of your neck. Last 5. Right, so you're working incredibly hard. Face peaceful. Press back up to a straight arm plank. Downward facing dog. Oh. So hips reaching back, heels melting down low. Take an inhale, put your knees on the floor, cross your ankles behind you, sit down over your feet, and lay right down onto your back. Lay onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. All right, so we certainly don't have time to waste. Take all 10 fingers behind your head, elbows out to the side, legs in a tabletop position. So be specific, knees right over your hips, shins parallel, lift your head and your shoulders up. So just with that positioning, you're already working your abdominal wall. And then add pulses. Inhale, contracting with the exhales. So we're going to finish this whole core sequence in 3 minutes or less, just so you know what's coming here. Just a little bit goes a long way here. 15 more seconds of this. So your elbows are out to the side, your forehead, inner elbows, and chest are lifting mostly up and slightly forward. Now stay with it. Last 3, 2, 1. Now let your knees spill off to the right side, all the way down, head and shoulders up, pulse into that left side body. So everyone's different, but find that sweet spot and really hone in on it. 20 more seconds. Pulse. Try not to rest into that opposite shoulder blade. 10 seconds. Last 3, 2, 1, and then swish your knees all the way to the left side, head and shoulders up, pulse. Second to last thing here, pulse. So make sure you're not gripping with your hands, your fingers are nice and light, your elbows stay expanded. Last 10 counts. One more thing after this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center. So legs in a tabletop position where we started. Head and shoulders up. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist. Right elbow to left knee. Right leg straightens. Inhale, center. Exhale, other way. Inhale, keep going. Last 45 seconds. Inhale and exhale as if you're moving through something viscous, like water, even thicker, like honey. So there's a little bit of resistance as you move your body through space. We've got 30 more seconds. We're at the very end of the class. You might even want to close your eyes. 25 seconds. Vinyasa core flow. I think we definitely touch the belly. Last 15 seconds. Just make sure your elbows are out to the side. You have full range of motion. Right, so this is it. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest and rock yourself a little bit side to side. Right, so just keeping your eyes closed, your breath easy and calming. Our brief cool down. Plant your feet flat to the floor. Take your right ankle bone on top of your left knee. Flex that ankle, so you want to keep activity there. Thread the needle. Right arm goes through. So clasping what's available, inhale, lift your forehead up towards your knee. So curl into that. Exhale, just your head down. So even out your hips. Nice. And relax your low back into the floor. And tune yourself to the sound and the rhythm of your own breath. Just paving the way for a really nice Shavasana. All right, so segueing right into a twist. Hug your right knee into your chest. Send your left leg straight out onto the floor. Open your right arm out to the side like a wing. And with your next exhale, twist. Knee to the left side of your body. Head rotates to the right. So it's amazing how much you can ultimately accomplish in such a short amount of time. Roll back to the center. Hug your right knee into your chest, followed by your left. Give them both a hug. Neutralize your low back. And then switch. Thread the needle. Left ankle bone on top of your right knee. Thread your left arm through. And then inhale. Lift your forehead up towards your knee. Curl in. Exhale. Relax just your head down. And that little adjustment to even out your hips and relax your low back into the floor. All right, so last few moments of Ujjayi Pranayama. Go ahead, hug your left knee into your chest, send your right leg straight out onto the floor. This time open your left arm out to the side, palm and shoulder on the floor. Exhale, final spinal twist. And pull some breath to the base of your spine. And then roll back to the center one more time. Hug both knees into your chest. So curling yourself up into a ball. Lift your forehead towards your knees. Take a big inhale. Squeeze everything, your face, your arms, your toes, your belly really tight. Exhale, release, and surrender yourself to Shavasana. And it's important to remember that this is a posture. It's just very different in nature from all the rest. So just taking at least a few minutes to practice effortlessness. There's so much benefit in that. So spend as much time as you can at home. Thank you so much for joining us for this third segment of Vinyasa Core Flow. Be well, drink lots of water after yoga, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.